and welcome to the Daily Dust on the Arrakis News Network, reporting to you live on exciting stories on an otherwise dry planet. I'm your anchor, Ken Bonobi. But first off, let's look at our economic situation with our lead economic reporter, Marcus Flynn.
Thanks, Ken. Tonight on the Arrakis News Network, let's look at one of the biggest things we see every day: water. We all need it, but not everyone has it. And many were concerned that the transition of power to the Atriids would leave even more people out in the dust. Fortunately, though, the new family will be installing extra dew collectors and wind traps to offset their impact on Arrakis' water supplies. Much to the anger of the locals, though, our new Duke has planted a new grove of date palms, making many question this waste of water. With spice prices, though, we've got some bad news. A factory was destroyed by a sandworm when the carryall responsible for bringing it home suddenly vanished. Harkonnen sabotage is suspected. Thanks to a quick thinking from Duke Leto, who was visiting the factory during the incident, every worker on the rig made it out alive. The current price per decagram is 620,000 solari. This price is not projected to change until 9 years from now, when the Empire, houses, and the Guild come together to decide the new price of the Solaris. In other news, the recent power from the Harkonnens to the Atriids has allowed smugglers to circumvent the Trump company's monopoly. It isn't looking so good for those with chump stocks, but anyone involved with the smuggling business is set to make a killing. This so-called monopoly arose from the market economy on Arrakis. As one knows, the Empire is very aloof to us and leaves us to be in our own conduct of our own trade in the way we want it. Back in the day, over 8,000 years ago on Earth, this was not the case. The government actually took matters into their own hands and broke apart monopolies. Think of that. What kind of despotic, totalitarian system are we using? On Arrakis, people are free to make their own choices. We don't need a government to regulate our water shippers or spice miners. The free market takes care of that. I apologize for my outburst. I went overtime on my rant. Now back to you, Kent.
Next up, our political correspondent, Jim Kay, will update us on the power situation with the switch from Harkonnens to the Atriids family.
Thank you, Ken. Yes, Duke Leto and his family, the new ruling power to Arrakis, has now moved in. Most of you are by now familiar with the posters and writings announcing his new position, which has started much controversy. This has been due to many labeling these as propaganda, though with his recent heroic actions saving several spice gatherers, public opinion is pretty much split on the subject of the Duke. But as for now, we all know that after the Harkonnen reign, that what we think does not matter. If we don't like Leto, who cares? Not like anybody has a say.
Now we go to Scott Pierce, a new member of the team, with an interview with the brilliant young heir to the Atriids family, Paul Atreides. Take it away, Scotty.
Snowsuit's really. Hey Ken. Yes, that's right. We're here interviewing with Paul Atreides. Still moving in, as you can see. So tell us, Paul, what do you think of your new home on Arrakis?
Well, it's very different than from my homeworld of Caladan. Like, water here is so scarce, and people need it to survive, making the demand greater than the supply, making it a really economic resource.
Interesting.
You know, my father is going to make it so that everybody can have enough water on Arrakis.
Wow, you sure see a lot, Paul. That must be that Ben Gerstein training. So I heard something interesting. Apparently on your home world you can die from too much water. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's called drowning.
Huh, interesting. Drowning. That's right, ladies and freemen. You heard it here first. Now, so around here you might have noticed the locals might be calling you Monty. Tell us, what do you think about that?
Well, I've sensed this purpose lately. I'm not really sure what it is, but it might be this Monty thing. You know, whenever I talk in public, that some Fremen recite some of their poetry, their prophecy or something. I think that's for sure.
So, have you experienced anything in this new home? What do you think of it? Any interesting stories?
Well, one time I was sleeping, and then this hunter-seeker thing came out.
No. Stop. No more.
It looks like we lost our signal with our interviewer. This concludes our segment, so this is the Daily Dust signing off.